Twitch chat. Hello, Bazaar. Thank you, Bob Hinagati Knight. He rocked Duster. The Abayon Hiashab. Himayashi. Oh, I guess I could just go loot and sickle, actually. That would probably work fine. I was thinking loot SMG, but the reason for that is just that I think SMG is strong. And Queenie Genie, thanks for 41 months! Appreciate it. Yeah, let's just go loot and sickle. Sickle is certainly a strong weapon. I haven't played a lot of runs where I've just like started with sickle. Not because I don't think it's strong, mostly because I think it is strong. Hishailad, Ikatilian Paran, Higonzo, Inodexa. Good morning, Linguini Genie. Wait, you said good morning in your message, but then in your sub, you said good night. It doesn't make any sense. Did an entrepreneur run that killed the bosses in less than one volley? Yep. It's a very strange weapon to put in the game, given that harvesting is an easy stat to reach like 1,000 of. There aren't many stats in the game that are easy to reach 1,000 of, and like not having weapons that scale up those stats seems like a sensible thing to do. I sort of just kind of assume I win now. This character can have 12 weapons, but we get minus damage percent for having more than 6. I have still taken harvesting on every level up. I'll take a luck. Fine. And a purple armor. I appreciate a purple armor. How's it going, everyone? Bonus stream. Wanted to get another stream in this weekend. I do have evening plans, so it won't be a super long stream, but should be able to stream for a bit. I would like to get these potatoes done. Get them fried, as it were. Finish the mash. Ow. Oh, that wave was with Peacock, is why it was a little bit dangerous. We use a little bit of damage percent as we get up toward 12 weapons here. That's damage percent. Ooh. Jelly and just have 12 different weapons is conceptually my favorite way to play this character. I've never tried it. I doubt you could find enough copies of Jelly for it to really make sense, but that is very conceptually funny. All you need is one cursed jelly and it's already compelling. I don't know. I feel like you can get max HP a variety of ways. I should have just taken the damage percent. Well. Are there 12 legendary weapons? So you like Brotato, huh? Name every legendary weapon. I can think of like 6, I think. Excalibur, Scythe, Drill. Is it Railgun? The guns are all like the same to me. Maybe I can only think of 5. 2 different guns, Excalibur, Scythe, and Drill. Oh, shit. Look at that. You can see all of your weapons. Game of the year. That is a very meaningful user interface improvement. Love that for us. Sure. I didn't buy a Cyberball earlier, but okay. Ultraxion. Thanks for the 3 months. Ultra Zion. Ultraxion. You did say compelling, not good. Yeah. Well, here we are. My plan for winning from here is kind of just to win. Like, I don't know, I don't have any secret strat. I'm just going to buy things and then be stronger than the enemies. I would of course like to continue increasing my harvesting since my sickles scale off harvesting. Oh, there's the like Dextero thingamajig as well. There's a 6th. I'm sure there are more. Yeah, I already have 90 luck. Neat. You cap out the legendary penalty at 6. True. True. Ooh. It's an expensive 10% attack speed. But attack speed's good, so that's fine. You become amused by hiking pole on Hunter. Oh, that seems like it would be fun. Hiking pole's a very, like, conceptually fun item. But yeah, I'm not sure that it's very good in very many places. It's nice to have a reason to have, like, 200% speed. Because there sure aren't a lot of other reasons to. A weapon that got flat damage from damage percent. Sounds like a strange idea. I can spend the rest of my money for the entire run on upgrading these weapons, I guess. Do I want melee damage? Probably. It's hiking pole slash hunter. A character with a reason to have 200% speed. I think, to me, Hiker is the only character where it's actually like, oh, I should build this character to have as much percent speed as possible. The enemies are beginning to evaporate. Which just makes me think, gee, I could really use more harvesting. I'm doing well, Merstow. I hope you are well also. Sounds a little bit iffy with melee weapons. I wonder how much range I need on a melee weapon for the ones on my left side to attack and elite to my right side. That feels like a number that... Wait, why did it die? This seems like a number that I should learn. It's because it went below the threshold where sickles start dealing extra damage. It sure, like, very suddenly went from, like, 30% health to 0, though. I am tiny metaphorically. I'm doing pretty well. Is this baby? This is multitasker. Multitasker seems pretty straightforward so far. I'm hoping that I can just one-shot all the remaining potatoes. slashes. I could use the range. I could use the attack speed and the damage percent. Alright, let's do it. Does mean I have a little bit less armor than I used to. Or I'm about to anyway. I don't really need... sure, why not? You did a 24 hiking pole baby earlier? Huh. Alright. My only sustain is a goblet. So I do feel like the armor that I just lost was like kind of a big deal. We'll be okay though. Special achievement for plus 24 HP from a Jellion baby. We'll take an extra stomach. And also apparently everything else in the shop. Sure. Satisfying when 10 or more hiking sticks rock on the same step. Maybe I'll have to try that. Wow. I've become a combine harvester. This is multitasker. I kind of feel like spending money to upgrade my weapons further makes no sense. But I don't know, maybe it's fine. Who could say for sure? True multitasker is forcing sticks. Sounds believable. Yep. Kind of telling that I am using, my character gets to have 12 weapons and I am using 0 weapons that were in the game before the DLC released right now. I feel like that's kind of like, you know, maybe saying something. And I want this hand. I felt like it would be fine. I don't know. Isn't Cursed Hand a Jessica Alba movie? I know Sin City. Honestly, Sin City might be the only movie I know that Jessica Alba is in. Fantastic Four. I have not seen Fantastic Four. What am I getting? I keep on getting something. Like a stat up, but I don't know what it is. I know I'm getting health from Extra Stomach. Oh, it's because Extra Stomach's different now. Extra Stomach is every other... Nope. I don't understand what it is. It had capped. Like, and I knew it had capped. Was it padding? Maybe padding is procking. And like, making a noise when it procs. What else could it be? I feel like padding's the only possible thing. Ooh, was that a noise? Is there a sound effect for when you use goldfish now? Did they update the game? It's always there? Maybe I just had the sound turned down more before. Okay, well, I wonder what that elite does. It was an elite delete. True. Deeply correct. Uh-huh. 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 I believe there are still 2 more waves. Like, how could I possibly be even stronger than I am right now? No. Bit late for it. Bothers you that the goblin sharks are charging enemies, but the hammerhead sharks are loot goblins. The loot goblins are hammerhead sharks? Fascinating. If I can afford crown there, is it right for extra sickle damage in quotation marks? We are in a situation where the possible run outcome distribution is uniform. Oh, I see it. Hammerhead. Okay, yeah. When a result outcome from a game is uniform, none of the decisions have value different from any of the other decisions anymore. One turret, thank you. Wait, multitasker is done. Huh? I've unlocked Chopper, which is an item. What is my favorite shark? All of you, Twitch chat. Gladiator, sick, bull, okay, diver might be hard. I don't really know. Wait, you can start with Thief Dagger and you get more crit damage and crit chance? Wait, what? I don't understand. Isn't this broken? I do kind of feel like we did like a beta testing week or whatever, and the result from it was everything got buffed. I think I may have mentioned that before. I sure continue to think that though. Do I even need to play with the character's gimmick? This character can just play Thief Daggers. Like, I don't even need this. Like, it was buffed in so many ways that I can actually just play a Thief Dagger run with plus 100% health on the enemies. I'm pretty sure. I'm going to find out real quick. Obviously, I could also do the actual playing the character as intended thing. But that just doesn't seem like as much fun. Yeah. Everything got buffed and the Steam reviews still got bombed by people complaining about difficulty. I read an interesting argument that basically like games on the Epic Store get to be better games because there is no centralized place for people to review bomb a game that is on the Epic Store. If you release a game on Steam, like, it is harder to make it a good game because you don't get to make the decisions about how to make the game good necessarily, because it is possible for random people who have no idea how game design works to like just at some random moment decide to review bomb your game and destroy your ability to sell it. Every review you read was game too hard or game not balanced. Well, they got one of those, right? I'm confused by the... Like, I looked at the reviews and it looked like they were positive, so... Have I heard of / tried Halls of Torment? I think I've played probably like 2 hours of that game. It is a game, kind of. A lot of the Vampire Survivors likes don't actually have satisfying movement. Like, Brotato has movement that matters, and a lot of the Vampire Survivors likes don't. One part of that is that their movement is less, like, immediate. I don't know how to phrase this right. Their movement isn't really about, like, there are projectiles and you can dodge them. Their movement is like, you are running away from enemies, but they will catch up to you eventually anyway. But another big part of it is, Vampire Survivors is just built conceptually so that you will die. Like, it's a game that is about buying meta progression stuff, and that is what allows you to win. Which means that you actually just, like, can't win by moving well. You just will get overwhelmed by the number of enemies eventually. So even if you're really good at moving, like, it just gets you a little bit further. Like, you win with fewer deaths, but you're still going to have to die in order to buy the next meta progression upgrades. I just got hit by, like, everything. Over and over and over again. Cost me quite a lot of materials. Didn't get to kill the big, massive enemies at the end. I do like range. Yeah, I'll take range. I like Black Flag early. Hell yeah. Maybe I should have just bought the expensive crit chance. Yes, if you survive, death kills you anyway. Also true. So yeah, that is, like, kind of why I like Brotato a lot more than all the other Vampire Survivors like games. It's actually balanced so that you can win. And the difference between you winning and losing is whether you move and decision make well. Whereas in Vampire Survivors, like, sometimes that's true, but usually whether you win or not is decided by how many meta progression upgrades you have. Which makes the movement a lot less relevant. Sure. I feel like Pearl is just, like, always bait, but sure. Why is there a belief that Brotato has been review bombed by people saying it's too hard, I guess? If when you go and look at the reviews don't say that? Like, where did that belief come from? Surely it must have come from somewhere. Like, somebody must have left a negative review at some point or something, I don't know. Oh my god. I just, like, my brain just stopped working. That was so weird. I just got hit like 5 times. I think what it was is that I'm at 0% speed, and so I just couldn't take that seam. You read that Brotato was too hard on Truth Social. Unbelievable. I'm still gonna go Thief Daggers. We can do it. If I lose again, I will probably just do the thing where I actually deal range damage to things. After release, it was at mixed reviews for a day or two. Weird. I think there's something about, like, people who are enjoying the game just keep playing it, for the most part. Whereas people who aren't enjoying it might leave a negative review. Diver's a tough character. I'm pretty sure that isn't true. Call it a hunch. And they went to 90%, or 90% positive. Fascinating. What is milk inside a bag of milk? Sorry. Is that a game? It sounds very interpretive. It would be easier if I found Thief Daggers. Dying in 2 hits regardless of how many defensive stats I have. What? That doesn't make any sense. It's not true. For introducing you to this artist. You're welcome. It's actually recommended to me by a viewer. Or, well, this radio station's seed was recommended by a viewer. This artist wasn't, I don't think. But I am glad you enjoy them. But even if, like, enemies are cursed, you still don't die in 2 hits. Well, they probably don't know about, like, harvesting and Thief Daggers. If you didn't know about harvesting, this game would be a lot harder. Yeah, maybe that's why. Games are rated, you think, based on how fun they are. That's a very rosy belief about the world of game development. Harvesting is very poor feedback. You do kind of have to read what it does. It's also poorly balanced, for what it's worth. Well, is it? I don't know. Probably. Probably the early waves are too easy. You shouldn't be able to go super heavy into harvesting. At the start, you should have to do stuff to make it so you don't die to the enemies at the start, probably. I think that's a reasonable and real criticism of the game. Food and sickle should also not. Well, that's definitely not a way in which the game is too hard. Thief daggers have not been doing that well for me recently. I might no longer be a thief dagger main. I don't quite understand why. Sure. I'll buy a decomposing flesh. I think it's very common for DLC to a game to have worse reviews than a base game. The main variable that has changed is the audience. That is the consequential reason, in my opinion, why DLCs get very different review experiences from base games. Also often true of like second games of devs who have one really good game and then release something different. People just want more of exactly the same thing and then get mad when they don't get more of exactly the same thing. Hey, Rannick. Slay the Spire 2 may very well be more of exactly the same thing. I'm sure it won't be exactly the same thing enough for some people, though. But it looks like it's a very similar game to Slay the Spire. Like, it's not like the FTL devs coming out with Into the Breach next, which is like a meaningfully different game from FTL. I shouldn't say Slay the Spire 2 isn't going to be a meaningfully different game from Slay the Spire. But like in terms of like genre and, I don't know, title, it's it's the same. Also very hard to compete with the first time playing a game. Yeah, you have an established player base who expect something and remember something that's impossible to give them again. It seems everyone knows Slay the Spire 2 is going to be a battle royale. Oh, absolutely. A lot of people don't understand what Mind Bloom do, even people playing Slay the Spire in English. In fairness, it's because what Mind Bloom does is unclear, so... Not sure it's the player's fault. Does this character have more enemies, or do I have more gentle aliens than I thought I did? Oh, it's Wave 10. Wave 10 is just kind of messed up, I think, actually. There are different words in the English version, too. It's like, gain max health is different from, gain current health. Kind of. More lifesteal, less max HP. What do we think? Let's go for it. 21 HP seems like not a lot. We're up to 26 now. The nice thing about not having very much max HP is it doesn't cost that much to buy more max HP. Just kind of have to wait until there are good items with it as an option. Also, I've got some armor. As long as I don't get hit like lots of times in a row, I have armor and I have sustain. This is a challenge run of Diver with no range damage and 100% enemy health. Is it a challenge run? I don't know if it's a challenge run. Just the way I felt like playing the character and the way the character is designed doesn't stop you from playing it this way. Do I like that the DLC is harder? I'm not sure that the DLC is harder. I thought it was for a while. All the balance changes were like buffs. And some of the items that you unlock are very, very strong. Also some of the items that are just unlocked by default on it. My opinion of what is strong has changed. Also, a little bit of how I move the character has changed for what it's worth. Jesus. Okay, well that's miserable. Dying to 2 hits, no matter how many defensive stats you have, is not fun. Thumbs down. Dislike this game. Elites on wave 11 and 12 do seem to continue to be one of the ways to die. There's one new legendary weapon, right? Or am I wrong? Isn't the Dextero thing a new weapon? Hey Jean Bart, how are you? Just gonna take crit chance. I feel like we can work this out together. Surely this can't be that hard. Conceivable that engaging with the character's main mechanic might be helpful, but probably not. I think we're fine. My problem was I built defensive stuff too much. Only crit and more aliens and more daggers. No other stats. And bag. We can't take flat melee damage even though it's good because it gives us HP regen, which makes it a defensive stat. Negative harvesting, uh-oh. Wave 4, no harvesting. It's because I've been taking crit chance. This is my fault. I somehow have, like, the same amount of max HP as I did last run anyway. What if that flush thing that takes your max HP away isn't actually good? This is Diver, Twitty Ho. You're surprised I don't run harpoons? Yeah, I don't want to. You are correctly reading what the character does, though. This seems better. I think maybe Thief Daggers don't build harvesting on wave 1 anymore. I don't know if they used to. I think they did. I don't know. I don't know why I'm feeling this way. Maybe they... Oh, it's probably just because I'm playing Diver. Oh, okay. Yeah, never mind. I'm playing Diver. I forgot. The enemies have double health. That's why. That's why I feel this way. Okay, sure. I want that. I have an expensive 5% crit chance. It's not time for defensive stats, I don't think. Kind of bad rolls. Thought it was more than triple health. Oh, enemies have plus 250% health, sorry. Yeah. But my precise weapon crits deal more damage. So they end up having basically the same amount of health. You remember a while back when I was first finishing all of the characters, I was giving you shit for trying to force damage passive. Was I? Doesn't sound like something I would do. Or damage. It's damage, I guess. Okay, medical turret. Must be good enough to take. Little muscly dude too. Yeah, let that spawn. Whoops. I feel like these should lay an egg when they change direction. Seem to change direction in a way that is not tied to their spawning an egg. A bit weird to me. My expensive crit chance is back. Still don't really want it. I do want range. I do want more trees. Now that I'm at 100% crit chance-ish, I think I can start taking defensive stats. There's an elite on wave 11, so I should get those defensive stats soon-ish. Alright. I would like more than 38 max HP at some point. Possibly at like this point. Yeah. So next wave's an elite wave. I have to not die to it. Structures can crit. I'm gonna survive this wave because my medical turret is gonna crit me. You ready for this? I do have minus 2% speed, which is like, why have I done this to myself? I don't really know. Okay. Shouldn't matter how much speed I have against this. GG. MF Doom. I don't know what that means. Who's MF Doom? Cool, that would instantly kill me. That would be very funny. For science? What are we... What don't we currently know about what would happen if I clicked on that button? What, like, new information are we gaining? I would just immediately die. I would immediately die and I don't feel like it's hard to understand. I go from being able to deal damage to losing 75% of my damage while giving the enemies like twice as much HP. But I could have gotten cursed thief daggers later. You mean next run? You're not wrong. When you bought the cursed item in the shop, the axolotl switched to saying it would swap crit with engineering, so it does change based on the other items you buy in the shop. Nice. I did have to think about, like, can I swap with a different thing? But I don't believe I had enough money to buy both, right? And also, swapping with engineering would also have killed me, so... But I did consider that possibility. Not really sure why I took harvesting there. A bit late. I only have 3 armor, which I don't love. $700 materials. Welcome to Thief Daggers. Yeah, I think maybe the reason Thief Daggers haven't been going as well for me recently is I've been too cowardly. Haven't been building damage as much as I need to at the start of the run. It's weird because you still can't kill the wave 11 or 12 elite with them. So you have to go like damage, 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 suddenly get enough sustain to survive the wave 11 or 12 elite. It's a very rapid turnaround. Is the thing that gives enemies more HP better on this character because they already have so much HP? Or is it worse on this character because they already have so much HP? I don't know. Whoa. I got hit by both of those. Okay. Metal detector, not worth it. Apparently not. Apparently I didn't think so. What's the appeal? What would be the argument for metal detector there? They have little growls when you kill their sex chambers. I'm noticing all these different sound effects that I hadn't noticed before. I usually have the game sound effects down and the music up, I guess, probably. Tentacle good for this run? I think we've probably reached the point where nothing matters anymore. But we will certainly take a tentacle. Is luck one of the more important stats? Not usually. It's like fine. There are a few characters who use it to deal damage, and on them, it is better. But for most characters, it doesn't do a whole lot. I have 2 luck. Alright, Pearl. Should have tried buying wisdom a couple of times. Was it a learning opportunity? Ow. Sure. Oh, this is a banger right here. I got a Curse Thief dagger in this run anyway. Turns out if you go backwards and forwards next to it in phase 2, it just always misses you. It does try to lead you based on the direction you're going. I take a curse on most characters. I think it's like generally positive. It is one of the things that makes it so you can get more stuff per wave. And the things that make it so you can get more stuff per wave are generally pretty good. Full build. So how much more damage do I get if I put ranged damage in my build? Another 300%? I think the character might be slightly overtuned. Easy to read. Ever so slightly. Where'd the music go? I'm just sitting here in silence. Oh, there it is. Very important to buy coupon every time it's offered, obviously. Here's my metal detector. Get more materials. Increase decomposing flesh's win rate. It's really hard to see the health bar on this enemy. Cursed Tardigrade do? Stops the first 2 instances of damage instead of the first 1. What is the item? I don't actually know what this item is. Starfish. More materials dropped from enemies. More harvesting. More enemy damage. Oh my.